Melanie, and you might notice a difference in the lighting. Guess what I got for Christmas? I got a ring light. Yay! I am so happy. Now this one does have varying adjustments on it, so I'm gonna try it here, see how it works, and we may have to adjust it. So if the lighting's a little bit off, let me know down below so that I can use a different setting next time. So it's been a while. Happy New Year. I know it's probably already the middle of January before you're seeing this, or maybe later, but things have been busy. So you know how it is. Life happens and things get pushed aside for a little while, but in the meantime, 3 scary things have happened in this apartment. So that's what today's video is about. Scary apartment update. Now, this is not necessarily the order that these happened in. So the first, one of the 3 things that happened, I won't say the first because it wasn't the first thing that happened. But the thing that is probably the quickest to tell you about is the incident in the kitchen. So I was sweeping the kitchen and I had just put away the dishes, and sometimes when the dishes aren't dry, I'll put them up on the counter. We have a drying mat, so I'll set them out on the drying mat so they can finish drying before I put them away. And so I put a few up there, including a pot that hadn't dried. So I went about my business. I was sweeping the kitchen. I was by the refrigerator, which is at the other end. So we have one of those long kitchens. The refrigerator's at one end, the sink is at the other. The stove is right beside the refrigerator, and there's counter space between the stove and the sink. And then at the very end, there's a window. So as I was sweeping, I was up by the refrigerator. I had my back to the kitchen, so the kitchen is laid out behind me. And I heard a pot fall to the floor. I mean, it was a loud bang. I jumped. I stopped what I was doing. I was like, what was that noise? It was definitely in my kitchen. It was definitely not from upstairs. It was definitely not from the next door neighbor. So I turned around and I seriously thought the pot that I had put up on the drying mat was either in the sink or on the floor. And neither of those things happened. Nothing had fallen. Nothing was out of place. Everything was exactly where I had put it. So I don't know what made that noise. Another thing that has happened is I got up one night, I think it was last Thursday, and I got up and I went to the bathroom and I came back. We have a clock on our bedside table that always faces the bed so that we can read it. And I got up, went to the bathroom, came back. When I laid back down, I looked at the clock to find out what time it was. And the clock was facing the door that goes into the living room. And I was like, well, that's weird. Michael was asleep, but I asked him, I was like, did you move the clock to face the door? I was wondering if maybe he didn't want to wake up and be like, oh, I have to wake up in an hour. I should just stay awake. Do y'all ever do that? Like you wake up before you're supposed to and you can't get back to sleep because you know you only have a little bit of time to sleep. So I thought maybe that's what happened. So I asked him, and no, he was sleeping through it. And he's like, maybe you bumped the table. And I'm like, I really don't remember bumping the table. I think I remember that, or at least have a bruise, right? But I had to admit that he could be right. So I tested his theory. I'm going to insert that clip here. So this is the clock. It's facing the bed. The bed is behind the camera. Bathroom door is right here. So let's give this a shot. So there's only 2 ways I could have bumped this table. Either when I was coming out of the bathroom or when I was going into the bathroom. So watch that clock and see if it moves. Okay, it moved a little, but I really had to like bump that pretty hard, and it moved just a tiny bit. I was coming This way, I would have had to have hit this corner. It's not moving at all there. What I am noticing is that this makes a lot of noise when I bump it. Michael was asleep and he never woke up, so I'm pretty sure that would have woken him up. I'm also pretty sure if I hit this hard, number one, I would remember it because it doesn't really feel great. And number two, I would have a bruise and I don't have a bruise. So just to make clear, it does move a little bit when I hit it from this side, but it went from like this angle to this angle. So I'm pretty sure that I didn't bump into the table. I'm pretty sure that's not what made the clock move. So yeah, it wasn't me bumping the table. I'm pretty 100% sure about that. So scary things are happening in this apartment. One other thing, and this is probably to me the scariest thing that has happened, and I still don't know what was making this noise, and I am really hoping this noise is going to come across in this video. So I was laying in bed. I was actually watching videos. I wasn't sleepy yet, and Michael was asleep. And I heard a noise over the YouTube videos that I was watching, like over my headphone, because this ear was on the pillow, had an earphone in my left ear. And I'm like, what is that noise? And I thought, oh gosh, Michael's about to get ready to snore. So I listened for a second and I'm like, I don't think that's Michael. So I had my iPod in my hand watching videos and I'm like, I'm gonna record this. So I flipped it over to video, and of course it's all dark, you can't see anything. And I started recording the noise. And I'm not gonna tell you what I think it sounds like until after I play you the clip. So I am really hoping you will be able to hear this. So yeah, I was holding this up to the microphone on the camera. It was very quiet on this, but like I said, I could hear it over my headphone. And to me, it sounds like that sound, the woman in the house, the ghost from The Grudge, that kind of in the back of the throat, like creaking noise. And it wasn't Michael because I could hear him breathing through it. And he wasn't moving. I only turned over to start recording, and then at the end I turned back over to stop recording. Creepiest sound ever. Nobody can figure out what it is. Like, my mom had guesses. My nephew had guesses. But it was coming from inside this room. That side of the bed, which is the side Michael sleeps on. And it wasn't him, and it wasn't me. And my nephew asked me, he's like, did you look under the bed? And I said, are you crazy? I said, no. I said, I ain't checking under the bed. Are you nuts? So I'm going to throw that up into Audacity. I'm going to try to clean it up for you guys. just to make that noise a little bit louder, and hopefully you can hear it a little bit better, and I'll insert that here. So, what do you think it is? Leave me a comment down below if you have any ideas, because I certainly, like I said, will not be checking under the bed if I hear that again. It just won't be happening. So I hope your new year has been as spooky as mine, but in a good way, not a bad way. And all my social media will be at the end of this video, so make sure you stick around for that. Also, please drop a comment below if you have any idea what this noise is. I sure would like to know. I think that's it for this video, and I hope to see you sooner rather than later. So until next time, bye!